Hello guys. Welcome back to the Cartwheel subscribers. As you can see, I sound like Steve, probably on helium, because it's not Steve, it is Kaylee. And as you can see, I'm not a pillion, which is pretty amazing. I got a car up my ass like, but so yeah, I'm not going to be used to this, so it's going to be a bit of an odd one. Thought I'd get you guys to join me on my first ride out, my first ride on my own bike. Mad. Didn't think that this day would come as quickly as it has, to be honest. As you can see, this is my new bike. It is a Honda Rebel 500, perfect for me, perfect riding position for me, bad knees, so it's a bit more of a cruising position, perfect size. And I mean engine and height wise, because this is the only bike that potentially I can flat foot on the ground. So yeah, it's pretty it's pretty handy for me, to be honest. I don't really know what to say, to be honest, because I'm really not used to doing this on my own. So sometimes when I've got Steve to talk to, it's okay, but not having him to talk to and doing it on my own is a bit of an odd one. So yeah, I feel a bit isolated, to be honest, a bit vulnerable. To be honest, the bike is, like I said, perfect for what I need. I just genuinely actually just can't get over how weird it is riding my own bike, and yeah, just crazy. But like I said, I thought I'd bring you guys along for my first ride out, as some of you have probably followed the journey so far, from me going on my CBT earlier on this year to my Mod 1 last week actually, and then my Mod 2 on Thursday just gone. First of all, how did I find the Mod 1 and Mod 2? The Mod 1 I found a little bit difficult, only with getting up to speed on the avoidance and the emergency stop. I think I actually scraped it just by the skin of my teeth, if I'm honest. But you know what, a pass is a pass, and I'll take that. The Mod 2, yeah, I didn't find that too bad actually. It was just basically, I was trying to treat it as just a ride out, like with like one of my instructors, with them following me and talking to me in my ear. So yeah, I mean, that's how I try to treat it. I suppose everybody's different. I think the word test kind of makes people panic anyway. I mean, God, I was nervous, but you know, it's like I said, trying to treat it as just a ride made it slightly easier. I'm not going to be going far today, so it's not going to be a particularly long video. I just want to actually get a feel for the bike, because this is actually the first time that I've actually been able to ride it. When we picked it up, as you've seen from the other video, Steve rode it back home because I hadn't actually passed my mod 2 by then, only my mod 1. So yeah, people are going to have to bear with me on the roads. So if you do get stuck behind me, which I highly doubt you will, like this car behind me now, I will apologise, but we've all got to start somewhere, right? And it's so weird riding this bike. Obviously with my training I did it on the Gladius, completely different riding style, completely different riding position, completely different height and handling, so yeah. Just completely different altogether. As Steve mentioned in the last video, the reason we went for this bike was obviously due to the deal on it, and it being a 2020 with only 600, when we got it, 650 miles on it. Also it's the colour that I wanted, which is the matte black. It's got the Oxford heated grips and it's already got a screen on it, which, as you can see, Steve has already made his mark on there with the cart's wheel sticker. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's a little bit nervous, but as I say, people will have to just bear with me because, like I said, we all start somewhere and it is what it is, isn't it? So I don't actually know where I'm going. I mean, I know where I am, but I'm probably going to head potentially to Bikers World, but I don't really know. That's where this way's heading, so could be. Don't want to be out too long. Steve's at home with the kids. Not that I don't trust him with the kids, but it's Taylor's birthday tomorrow. He's 15, can you believe it? 15. So I do want to obviously get back and spend as much time with him as I can, because with it being his birthday tomorrow, we're going to have whatever he wants to eat tonight. Just taking these corners nice and easy, so if it looks like I'm slowing right down, I probably am. In all honesty, I'm surprised Steve's actually letting me out on my own. I did say that I didn't really want to go out without him, to be honest, just because I wanted him to be out on my first ride out, but with Cameron having chicken pox, we haven't really got anybody to look after him at the moment. He is coming out of the other side of it now, which is good to know. I think tomorrow we're potentially going to try and get out a little bit, but it literally will be for a couple of hours and that's about it, just so we can have a little ride out together, I think. Oh, tractor, get up my ass all you want, mate, because it's 40 and I am doing just over. It's actually really nice and relaxing coming out, being able to listen to my music, bopping along. Bopping, sound like a right grandma. Oh, squirrel. The things I'm finding at the moment is my fingers and my thumb keep going numb and tingly, which is highly irritating when you're trying to ride a bike. I think I grip the handlebars a little bit too tight. Maybe that's why my fingers go numb. I don't know. So I've just pulled up at Bikers World. I'm actually just going to take my helmet off for a second. So I am, like I said, at Bikers World, just about to leave actually. Whew, don't like pulling out of that junction. A little bit of a speed up necessary, which I ain't got a problem with the speed. It's more the fact that you can see the cars coming right up your backside. I will apologise now because I'm probably not the most exciting person to do this part of it, but it's gonna really take some getting used to. I don't really know what to say, so on a lot of videos, like I said, when I'm with Steve it's easier because I've got someone to talk to. When you're on your own, it's obviously Steve's got now got used to that, but I'm nowhere near used to it. Getting used to nodding to the older other bikers though. The bloody indicators are quite far away from my hand, which I find a little bit irritating. I feel like I have to stretch my tiny little thumb right over to get to the indicators. It's just going to take some getting used to, isn't it? That's all. Oh, mini punch. I said the other day when I passed my mod 1, someone said to me, oh, that's a nice pink and white helmet. Obviously I haven't got my pink and white one on today, I've got my pink and black one on. But when they said it was a nice pink and white helmet, and obviously I've got pink on my jacket, pink on my boots, I actually said that I want people to know that I'm a female on a bike because people might go a little bit easier on me. Well, that's the first person that's let me out, and it may be because I'm a female. Much to Steve's disgust that I get a little bit more likes and stuff like that than he does, and because apparently it's because I got boobs. And the seat, I genuinely thought the seat was going to be quite uncomfortable because it's not exactly massive and I've got a big booty, but it's actually really comfortable. Feels quite spongy. Either that or my bum's getting bigger and my bum's just extra spongy. I'm hoping it's the seat. I'm not actually sure if Steve is going to make a video out of this because there's probably not much of my talking in it, I don't think. One, because at one point I completely forgot the fact that I was recording, which is when you probably heard me trying to rap to Eminem. And two, I just don't know whether it's actually the reason why he wanted me to record or whether he just wanted to make sure that I was safe and okay. If he does, obviously thank you for coming along with me on my first official motorbike ride out on my own. Was a little bit daunting, but I think maybe I don't know, it's a bit odd because although I'm talking to myself, well, it feels like I'm talking to myself, obviously I'm talking to you, although it feels like I'm talking to myself, it is actually a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Comforting. Yeah, it's actually a little bit comforting talking, whether it's to myself or not. I mean, I'm extremely happy with this bike. I'm extremely lucky to have a husband like Steve. He did actually pay the £500 deposit for my bike, which, you know, I can't thank him enough. You know, he also obviously he paid for my bike test as well, which, as any new bikers will know, it is not cheap. It's actually rather expensive. So yeah, massive shout out to him for giving me this whole, I'd say a whole new life really, because there's so much, like, I don't know, so much you can do. I mean, I know you could do it all in a car, but it's not really the same, is it? Driving around in a car, as to the freedom that you get on a bike. So yeah, thank you, Steve, and I love you very much. We may peck at each other a lot, most of the time, all of the time really, but you know, we are who we are. People probably think that when we're around other people, that's the reason why we act the way we do. We actually genuinely act like that all the time. we are always like that when we're at home. We are nagging at each other. Steve now knows that obviously he doesn't have to carry me on the back of him whenever we go anywhere, which is nice for him. It's really nice for me because I just get so jealous when, well, obviously I don't anymore, but I did get really jealous when we were going to like weekends away, and everyone was there on their own bike. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people were pillions, including myself, but yeah, I just want to be on my own bike, and finally it's happened. And it's a bit surreal, actually, a bit surreal. I feel like my riding position shadow makes me look like a Harley rider. I actually love the sound of my bike as well, to be honest. It's got standard exhaust on, but it actually sounds a bit meatier than what I thought it would. And I think it actually sounds a bit meatier than Steve thought it would, to be honest. But yeah, I'm more than happy with it. Yes, if I get an exhaust system on it, I get an exhaust system on it, but if I don't, I don't.
Hey guys, just got home. Ride out was pretty amazing. Quite nerve-wracking to do it on my own for the first time, but needs must. I needed to get out on it. The bike is a great bike, really comfortable, great riding position, got enough power just for me for now. But yeah, so thanks for coming along. If you obviously enjoyed that, please hit the subscribe button if you want to, and give the video a like. Thanks a lot, and thanks.